Should you apply for the Barclaycard Avios Plus card? Maybe you want to earn Avios on your credit card purchases so that you can use these to book business class flights, but you're not sure if this card is the right way to do it. Well, today I'm going to look at the features, the benefits, and also the disadvantages of this card to answer the question of whether it's worth you paying the fee, or if you might be better off perhaps considering the free version of the card or one of their competitor cards like the Amex. So let's talk about the main features. The card has a £20 per month fee, so that equates to £240 per year. But because it's a monthly fee, if you do decide to cancel mid-year, you'll have only incurred the cost for those months that you've had the card. For every pound that you spend on the card, you'll earn 1.5 Avios per pound. And there aren't really any cards in the UK that will do better than that. Most cards will only give you like 1 point per pound, and the best cards out there will give you 1.5 points per pound as well. So it is a decent earning rate. In addition to the points you earn, you also get a special reward for spending £10,000 in a year on the card. Now there's two different rewards you can choose from, but only one of them is really worth doing. So the first thing you can choose is you can get 7,000 bonus Avios. And that may sound like a nice bonus to have, but it's nowhere near as valuable as the other benefit you can choose, which is an upgrade voucher. So they call it an upgrade voucher, but it's not as simple as being able to use it against a flight and automatically upgrade it. What it actually means is that you can book a flight with points, so it only works on points bookings, and the points that you pay will be equivalent to what it would have been if you booked the lower class. So for example, if you're booking a business class ticket, you only need to pay the points of premium economy. To be able to make the booking, the requirement as well is that there must be reward availability for the class that you're actually booking in. So again, to use the example, if you're going to be booking a business class flight, that's the class that you need the availability for. Even though you're upgrading it from premium economy, you don't need premium economy availability. You can apply the upgrade voucher to a return booking if you're travelling solo, or if it's a booking for two people, you can upgrade one way. And you can probably tell already why I'm saying this is more valuable than the 7,000 Avios. In most cases, the amount of Avios you'll save from using the voucher will be a lot more than 7,000 Avios, particularly if you are booking on a long haul route. Once you've spent the £10,000, that voucher will then appear when you're making a booking when you're logged into BA. Now, I think it's important here to just compare this card to the BA Premium Plus Amex. They are very similar cards. Chances are most people will choose one or the other. First off, comparing the cost of them, the BA Amex card has a cost of £295 a year, that's recently gone up. And the Barclaycard will equal £240 a year, so the Barclaycard is the cheaper option. Both cards earn 1.5 Avios per pound, so the earning rate is exactly the same on both of them. And they do both offer a voucher when you hit a spend target, but this is where some of the differences start to come in. First off, there's a different spend target to earn the voucher, so it used to be £10,000 on both of them. However, it's recently changed for the Amex card. As of this November, that is going to be increasing to £15,000 per year. So if you don't think you're going to be able to comfortably spend £15,000 on the card in a year, you're probably better off going with the Barclaycard than the Amex. There's also differences in the vouchers that both cards earn, and the Amex card is superior here, to be honest. So the Barclaycard voucher can be used on BA flights only. It can be used for two people going one way or one person return. The Amex voucher in comparison is much better. It can be used not just on BA but also Aer Lingus and Iberia. When you're using the Amex voucher as well, it also opens up additional reward availability, so you've got a better chance of finding the flights that you want. Finally, with that Amex voucher, you can actually use it for two people on a return booking, whereas for the Barclaycard, you'd only be able to do two people one way. But if you are a solo traveller and you know you're going to be using this on your own, and especially if you're doing routes that you know there's plenty of reward availability, you may be better off just sticking with the Barclaycard. I think another important consideration as well is that Barclaycard is more widely accepted. Now, it's not like how things were 10 years ago. Amex is much more widely accepted in the UK than it used to be, and I very rarely find places that don't accept it. It tends to be the occasional bar or restaurant that doesn't accept Amex, but it is increasingly rare that that happens these days. But it is something to keep in mind, especially if you do regular shopping at somewhere that you know doesn't accept Amex. It may just be something that plays into that decision. I do think though, for most people overall, so long as you can hit the new spend target on the BA Amex card, that's probably going to be the best option for most. But it is probably worth having both the Amex card and one of the Barclay cards. So personally, I do have both cards. That's because this year, with trips I have coming up and other expenditure, I knew I was likely to spend the spend targets on both of them. So it just made sense to have both cards, get the spend target on one of them, and then switch my spending onto the other. and that way I get both vouchers. However, when I look at the year ahead and the new spend target on the Amex, I'm not sure that I'll necessarily hit that next year. I am planning quite a lot of travel for next year, so I might have to reassess this when I've calculated exactly what I'm going to do, but I am definitely considering, once I've got the voucher on this card, to downgrade it to the free version, keep the Amex one for my main spending, and then when that's not accepted, I can use the free version to still at least earn some Avios on those purchases. And I do think the level of spend that you're likely to put on your credit card in a year is probably the biggest consideration to make here. Yes, there's other factors that do matter, like how widely Amex is accepted, but I think ultimately it does come down to that spending target. If you can comfortably hit the spending target on the Amex card, the value you'll get from that voucher is probably worth the extra fee, at least to most people. So you probably want to prioritise getting that card first. And then if you do have that card, the consideration about whether or not to get the free version of the Barclaycard or the paid one, again, it probably just comes down to how much you're spending. If you're going to be comfortably spending an additional £10,000 on credit cards, it's probably worth paying to get the Barclaycard then, because you are going to get another voucher. And so long as you've got enough Avios and enough time off that you'll actually use that voucher, it's well worth having. Okay, 2 more benefits I want to tell you about. So the first one is the all-important sign-up bonus. So currently when you get the card, if you are able to spend £3,000 in the first 3 months of getting it, you'll get a sign-up bonus of 25,000 Avios, which is a pretty good sign-up bonus. But the Amex one has a bit of a higher sign-up bonus at the moment. The Amex card, you actually get 26,000 Avios. And that increases further if you sign up with a referral link. I will put my email in the description below if you were interested in that card. Happy to send you a referral link. Another benefit to mention is that this card actually does provide some level of lounge access. So it's done via Dragon Pass Premier Plus, which I admit I hadn't heard of until recently, even though I have this card. With that access, what you actually get is a discounted lounge access to lounges that accept Dragon Pass. So it's not a free entry, but you can get it for £18.50. For me personally, I have silver status when I travel with BA, so when I'm with BA or their One World partners, I get lounge access anyway. I also have a priority pass thanks to my Amex Platinum, so that gives me free lounge access. So this Dragon Pass one, it's no benefit to me. For those of you that don't have any way of getting lounge access at the moment, there might be some marginal benefit to you. But that said, when you're still having to pay £18.50 for each entry, it's not a huge advantage. I don't think it should really be something that weighs into anyone's decision about whether or not to get the card. It's just an added benefit to those who get it. I hope you found that breakdown helpful. Obviously, everyone's personal circumstances, especially when it comes to finances, are different, so do take yours into consideration before making any decision about whether to apply for a card. I do have a video on the Amex card as well, and if you want to learn a bit more about that card, watch this video next. Thanks for watching.